This literally happened about 2 to 3 hours ago. So this is a bit of a business one. So look, I've been trying to resurface my short form content. Okay, so just so you understand how I'm operating this, like how are we actually getting to this stadium? Like, are we just vibrating and being like, let's pray and get to a stadium? Like, well, no. So hopefully in this video, I'm going to cover like behind the scenes of what I'm actually doing and what it's taken, and it's been nerve-wracking, and yeah, let's begin basically. So firstly, there's a big thing, right? The more confident I feel about myself, the better I show up on camera. Okay, so that is factual. The more confident I feel, the more myself I come up on camera. Now, I've got what's called anxious attachment. I've been rejected my whole life, right? Everyone's like, you're shit, trying to put me down because like I'm smart, I'm self-expressed, and I just say it like it is, and people are afraid of the truth and don't speak the truth, etc., right? So what happens to me is numbers really screw me. They screw me in a sense where if I put out a video and it gets high numbers, I get really excited because it's like, people approve of me. Especially when I'm like honest and me, and I'm just like, hey, here's me. And even when people are just laughing with me, at me, whatever it is, I'm like, well, you're watching, you may not know why you're laughing, you may not know that, but it makes me feel like I belong somewhere. So that's a real big problem. So most people with social media and how I've operated before, or have operated accounts which are without my face, as a business strategy, I know how to make viral posts, and I know how to make posts that are extremely shareable and then become viral, and then, and then we grow accounts, right? So my experience is I've grown an Instagram account to 1.1 million followers in I think 9 months around my book, Psychology of Weight Loss. On my personal brands, I've hit between 50 to 100 million views per month for like anywhere between 4 to 8 months at a time in 2 different periods. So 2 different periods where I just locked in and I was like, yep, let's go. I was hitting really large numbers. So, and that was with just my personal face. Now, that's my experience in the social media stratosphere. Now, recently, for the last 2 to 3 months, I first started this, when I started these videos, was like YouTube was just gonna be me. I was not gonna focus on the algorithm at all. Because I do not, under any circumstance, want anything to get in the way of me being completely real. YouTube has one purpose, and that purpose is to document the real, unfiltered journey of my life, of what it takes to start from zero, have a dream, a purpose, and go all the way to the top to a stadium, meaning that there will be on record somewhere where if anybody wants to see, well, how do I become that? How do I live a great life? How do I achieve all this stuff? It's not some mystical, like Andrew's just God, he's a wizard, he's a celebrity, whatever. I am just a fresh, normal guy. I cry, I have mental instabilities, I have stabilities, I wanted to have a real documented experience. That was one. So as I climb and as I become more confident, as I become more viral, as I become more whatever it is, people go to the YouTube and they're like, hey, this is just a real guy. Now, I can have thousands of people visit the YouTube, and most people don't want to grow or aren't willing to listen to something long form where it's more of a discussion, more of a forum where we discuss, even though you're not discussing with me, but of what I'm thinking, of the things that I'm trying to address on the road to achieving anything. Now, I planned this from the start because I know that any time I put my mind to something, I achieve it. And after achieving many, many things in my life, I was like, people ask, well, how did you do that? How did you do that? They look at me like this, like, wow. And I'm like, it's not wow. Do you know how hard it has been to get to each one of the top hills of which I've gotten to? And all those hills weren't heart purpose. They weren't heart forward. Like I wasn't, even though like writing a book was heart forward, it gave value to people, writing is not my modality. Even though I loved performing magic, that was really after I gave up on singing and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm cool enough to sing. Even though doing hypnotherapy, mindset coaching, or running businesses is like, yeah, good, but it's also not heart fulfilling. It's like, yay, what do we do with all this money? And then, so now I have music, which was heart forward, which means like I'm really, really driven for it. Like everything pulls towards it. So that was YouTube. Number 2 version of YouTube is I wanted to create a community of real human beings that connect with me, because I've never had anybody that connects with me. Like on a heart-to-heart level, I've never had anybody listen to me for a long enough time, or listen to my opinions, or listen to my thoughts. And I'm always trying to give to other people because I want them to like me, I guess, or I've mastered being able to really just be in other people's worlds and help them. And it makes me feel good to help other people, but I'm left lonely because people just kind of take and take and take. So the idea was that I have this YouTube thing which gives value to other people, but also builds a real tribe of actually my human beings, which is like people that are committed to growing, people that are committed to leading a life of design, meaning not by the norm, but they design their life and now live it. And I thought that would be special. And that's why it's like a really long-term game for me. Okay? So that was YouTube. Now, how do I get to this stadium, this magic thing? Well, we had to learn how to sing. We have to learn how to do music. We have to do all this. But how do we actually go through all of this? Well, what I needed to do was I needed to create, because at the moment we live in a space where short form video is the way to reach the masses. So I need to be going viral on short form video to direct them to everywhere else. And I have been doing weird stuff. Firstly, I've been running lots of different accounts. I film anywhere between 15 to 60 videos a day. And these are posted videos. Like I post all these videos. We're not talking about drafts. We're talking 15 to 60 videos posted per day that I film per day. And just so you know, if you're running a business or anything like that, it's when people go, oh, I made a post for a week, or I make a post a day, or I make 2 posts a day. Wow. I'm doing 60 a day. And it's not enough, I feel. Like, because I want to get practice, I want to get moving faster, etc. But I've been doing really weird stuff. I've been, firstly, I went on there and I was like, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be fully me, just like on YouTube. I'm just going to be me, and no good. No good, because what short form content wants, it wants grab my attention in 3 seconds or less, or I'm not interested. People are in this scroll. So then I've like tried to be a bit better in the start, but then it wasn't shocking enough. Then I've moved to more shocking. Then I was like, no, I hate all this. And I went to music. And then the music wasn't great. It was like, my music, but my music itself isn't mastered yet, so it doesn't still capture the attention. And I've been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's just up and down. And about 2 days ago, I finally grabbed a light and put it on my face, and I have a beard and stuff, and I actually made the visual look pretty good, to a point where I was actually happy with the visual. Not with what I said, but with the visual itself. And that kind of got a little bit of traction, but not much, and it was still not really me. Like, it was me, but it was still a bit off. Then I've been talking about having a younger girlfriend, because that's quite shocking content for people. So I've moved on to shocking content, which creates a bit of virality. But when I was creating more shocking content, even though I was describing my life, it almost became like people didn't even believe it. People didn't even believe it. They're like, yeah, this is a lie. I'm like, this is my life, but I can't give it to them in 15 seconds. And then I started going to war in the comments. Then I started being a joker again, just being funny or just being smart. And none of that was sitting really well. So about 2-3 hours ago, I was like, let me try this. And I kind of combined one of the how I lit up the shot and how I wanted it to be in a way where it's just on my face with music, and I found something that I like, how it sits. And I was like, that's good. I've also bought, and I was already forward thinking a couple of months ago, a lot of face tattoos. So a lot of, temporary tattoos, which are quite scroll stoppy in my opinion, to put over my face to create scroll stoppy. So now I'm basically combining everything sort of that I've learned over the past 3 months, which is filming, I don't know, over 2,000 videos and posting them, of trying to find like, where's my heart? What do I actually want to do with my heart versus what do I want to do? Like, how do I want to do it? How does the algorithm work right now compared to 1.5 years ago? Because for 1.5 years ago, I haven't been really doing it. I've also been focusing on my ex-girlfriend, which I helped her, but her strategy is just getting old men's, thingies hard to get their attention. And she just basically tries to pick the pedophiles, basically. Because she keeps saying she's 18 and she keeps talking about how her sexual experiences at 12, at 13, at 14, to try and pique their interest and then get them to subscribe to her OnlyFans, which she never talks to them, never cares about, and never updates. She's just there to print money out of it and nothing else. And, you can see her heart's dying slowly in that. But point is like, I can do that, but I don't want to do that. And then what kind of brand does that actually build? Like, how do I move people from there to be like, go listen to my music? And really what I need to do is, if I want to go to a stadium as quick as possible, then I need music here in short form, go listen to my music, then go to the stadium. It's like music here, now I want to listen to the full song, now I want to go to the concert. That's it. And YouTube gives you an access to the real me. And my OnlyFans gives you the access to any naughty side of me, to actually lives of me, to actually like me conversing with me. That's it. That should be the entire funnel. When I talk about funnel in business, it's like you grab, the funnel is like, where do you want people to go? So you grab them here, where do you want them to go there, to there, to there, to there. So I may get 1 million people watch a 5-second clip. Out of those million, or 15-second clip, out of those 1 million people, I'll have like 10,000 people decide to go maybe I'll have 1,000 people decide to go listen to my actual song, 1,000 people go watch my YouTube. Out of those 1,000 people, I may have 100 people that are like, you know what, I dig this YouTube, I'm going to stay here. And out of the people that listen to the song, I dig this music. Out of them, 100 people will stay and listen to the music. And then out of those hundreds, maybe 2 will become loyal fans and would show up at a stadium when there'd be a stadium performance. So we're talking about, I need millions of views. Like, to even play in this game, to even get to the stadium, what I'm seeing is we're going to be doing 10 million views a day in short form content. Like, that's really the number. 10 million views in short form content is about 300 million a month. It means every 3 months it's about 1 billion views. So it's like 3 to 4 billion views a year. 3 to 4 billion views a year will probably get us closer to a stadium. Not sure if it'll get us to a stadium yet. I'm not sure if those numbers are enough, but it's a start. So I need to be getting 10 million views per day. That is the number. So I finally found this modality, and even though this modality isn't exploding immediately, I'm now going to optimize this modality because I love singing. Like, I love singing. So I'd much rather, and it allows me to keep practicing my singing, and I'm dealing with a live audience. So a lot of people will go busk or play at bars or whatever, and they get their feedback loop really slowly of what's good, what's bad. Where I can get my feedback loop quickly. I've put out 100 new videos today across 3 accounts. Cool. All of them failed but 2. Take those 2, make similar to those videos, make 100 of those. Okay, they all failed, but now we have 6 that worked well. Why did those 6 well? Optimize. So I get feedback really quickly from what's really live in the audience, because people are in their bedroom, they're chilling out, and they're like, you know what, I like it. They don't care. They're not going to be nice. They're not friends. They're really going to be like, it's either good or shit. And I'm either going to like it, share it, watch it, or not watch it, and it's going to be quick feedback. So I found my modality, which is great, which is like, okay, cool. I found my modality. I I think I've found my modality. I'm going to keep optimizing it, but it is going to be singing. It is going to be singing. Short form content needs to be singing. It needs to be songs. It needs to be singing, and it needs high quantity, and it needs high viewership, and that's it. There's nothing else. So that's how we're getting to a stadium, by the way. So it's not, it's not rocket science. That's what I'm throwing at it. So I guess I don't talk about much around business here. It's so, again, I don't want to niche myself into business channels, into anything channels, into whatever it is, but I think it would be useful for you to know what actually goes behind the scenes. Like, I don't sit here and I don't have pipe dreams where I'm like, if I just make the right song, the right killer song, the right this, and this is just this short form content. Wait till I start actually going with songs and start releasing lots. Like, we're talking an album every 2 months or a song every second day. Don't know. I don't know what number's possible there, but once we sort of move away and into that, like, then we're going to get the songs and we're going to get the numbers up on the songs, of getting the practice up, getting that feedback up, like good song, bad song, good song, bad song, and get it up. So that's where we're at. And the update as well, hopefully that was useful to you. And the update as well, Free Speech, the album, I think comes out in about 4 days. 4 days, 5 days, which is exciting. But I think it's all coming to a crescendo because I'm trying to ramp it up all together and like put it all together and be like, boom, here it is. So that's what you're experiencing all this energy from. It's very good to the point that I'm liking the content. Like, I'm liking the content that I'm watching of myself. I'm like, that is good content, and that's just a start. There's no face tats. It's not colored yet. It's not even with hooks. It's like, I like that. That is good. That is good content. Good content, right? Good, whatever that is. But the thing that I am struggling with and working on is, how do I keep the attention of the viewer for the first 5 seconds? Because that is a key to this whole system working. The first 5 seconds is extremely important. And I'm working on that. When I figure it out, I'll explain, or not explain. You'll see it, but that's kind of how it works. So that's where it's going. And yeah, just a bit of a business chat. So the useful thing for you to be here, if you want to create anything, if you want to go to anything, if you want to do anything, here's what I say is, like, get on the court. When I mean on the court, a lot of people sit on the sidelines and they're like, maybe I'll try one day, maybe I'll try one day. You've watched me live. I'm like, I don't know how to sing. I got a few singing lessons last year. They told me I can sing. Then I was like, cool, let's release it. Boom. Let's release it. Boom. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. Learn on the way. Like, jump in, learn on the way. And whatever you think is enough, times it by 100. Okay? So many of us are like, and because I've done this repeatedly with every business, with every job, with everything, I'm already ready for the first 1,000 to fail. I'm already ready. Let's go. Let's go. I took my ex-girlfriend through it. She was crying. I was like, get 15 videos done today. Did you get them done? No, I only got 6 done. Get them done. Get them done. Get them done. Get them done. Literally was her coach every day. She wanted it. But all I was keeping her, I was like, you make enough videos, and your brain learns, go. Learns, go. Like, that is it. So, just super important. Just wildly super important to whatever you think is necessary. You're going to have to do 100 times more. And because you're going to have to do 100 times more, just get on the court. Like, get ready to fail heaps. Get ready to fail publicly. Get ready to fail. Whatever you think it is, do more. Whatever you think it is, do way more. Way more. And more. If you want to get to any level of significant success, And that's even before getting that first traction of success. And yeah, there'll be other people which will copy other people and they'll be like, oh, look, my first 5 videos did well, etc. But they never actually learn what works. Then they're stuck in like this thing, like you want to create a university degree out of whatever you're into. You know what I mean? It could be anything that you're in a job. Offer it for free. If you want to create a business, cool. I want to garden plants. I want to garden plants. I want to garden. Cool. Go to your street and offer everybody free gardening. Now. Do 100 gardens next week. Cool. You're going to get so much feedback. The next week, you're going to offer another 100 free ones. Then the next week, you can probably start charging. Some of them from previous week might be like, oh, well, we would like another one. And you're like, look, I'm going to have to charge for the next one. Cool. Ready to go. Get on the court. Get on the court. Less talking, on the court. Probably should take my own advice in terms of fitness and diet, etc., and where I'm at with the rig. That's why I'm not talking about it today, because I'm going to get it on the court. I'm going to get on the court. I did legs and shoulders today, and for the last couple of days, 2 days, I've actually been lifting really, really heavy, so much so that after it, my like nervous system is a bit like, whoa, I just want to nap, which is good. It means that I'm actually now pushing it to like I'm going back to like a bit of a darker place, like wherever I hit the limit that I hit, I'm like, that's where it begins. And I go kind of real dark mode, and then I punch out like 30% more at least. So much so that yesterday I was filming and my biceps started cramping. I had to have water. I was probably underwater, but it started cramping up. So I was like, oh, good man. I was like, good man, Andrew, good man. You actually did something. I was like, good boy. So, good. Meaning overall, something did shift throughout from the X, meaning something did release a little bit. If you've been following along for the last couple of days, it's slowly releasing, which is good. It's a vibration, it's good, and we keep moving forward, and we just forget the rest. That's it. I invited a friend over to come stay here for a week in the morning, and then in a couple of days I freaked out and I was like, nah, I'm not ready. I'm like, even though it's randomness, I'm like, this is not the right time. And I'm like, Andrew, you just want connection. I was like, fuck connection. We're right there. Don't lean on anybody just yet. Let's go. You know what I mean? I'm done talking. I talk to everybody. Who am I talking to? I'm talking people with jobs, maybe people with a small business or something. Maybe, who am I talking to? Why the fuck, excuse my language, am I talking to you or listening to any of your advice? Why? I know what I want. I'm going straight to the top, and it's my version of my top. You can't help me. I need to get on the court. I see the vision and I need to go for it. That's it. Fuck, I'm passionate today, Andrew. Wow. Well done. I think the big thing has been the modality. I found this modality and I'm excited to get a start. Directly after this, I'm going to shower and shit, and we're going to get on the court and I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to get this shit done, man. I'm going to So, there we go. And that means that tomorrow at the gym, I'm going to show up with face tattoos. Yeah. And it's going to be pretty like, the face tattoos are pretty vulgar, and I might show up on the video with my face tattoos. You might see that. Maybe not. Maybe I'll wipe them away. Not sure, but it's going to be something. I love you. Have the best day. Hopefully that was valuable. Bit of a different one today, but you're just live in the experience. I love you. Have the best day. Peace.